Hey Sainers, welcome back to the Saints TV YouTube channel. Welcome to Saints TV Weekly for the 22nd of September 2025 in the lead up to the 2025 AFL Grand Final. Before we get into all that, I want to thank our sponsor, Inglewood Coffee Roasters. Check out their website at inglewoodcoffeeroasters.com.au. Okay, so it is the AFL Grand Final, so we'll quickly go over that. It's not St Kilda news, but it is news. It is Brisbane versus Geelong. That is what I tipped it to be last week. I just had a feeling that Geelong and Brisbane were going to get it done, and that's exactly what happened. So in for a ripper game. I am tipping Brisbane. I think Brisbane are going to get the chocolates in that one. So put your tips in the comments. Geelong obviously flying and looking like they're just, no one can touch them. But I do think that Brisbane are lifting after that loss to Geelong in the qualifying final. I think they might be able to give them some revenge come this Saturday. So it's going to be a huge game. Let's see what happens on the big day. Okay, in terms of St Kilda news now, AFLW very quickly here. The girls, 2 in a row, 43-36 winners against Richmond at RSCA Park yesterday. Jessie Wardlaw kicked an unreal goal to cap off the game. So it's good to even out the ledger now at 3-3. Just outside the 8, so definitely in with a chance of playing finals right now with the last 2 weeks of really solid form. Serene Watson, 28 disposals, huge day at the office for her. James Lambert, 25. Tiana Smith, 16 disposals with 13 tackles, if you don't mind. And Georgia Patricios, classy as always, 1 goal and 21 disposals. So very strong showing there from the girls at RSCA. They are back at RSCA again this Sunday on the 28th at 1:05 p.m. against Port Adelaide. Another very winnable game and a chance maybe to sneak into the 8 depending on how other results go. The news we've all been waiting for as well. Marcus Windhager penned a new deal last Thursday. It was announced just in the morning. A 4-year deal to stay at St Kilda until the end of 2029. This was the one we were very nervous about after Nasai had signed his deal. All of our attention went straight to Marcus Windhager, and it just continued to bubble away, just continued to drag on and drag on and drag on. There was rumours of going to Melbourne, going to North Melbourne. I think GWS were looking at him. There was so many clubs looking at our star midfielder, our star tagger, whatever you want to label him. It is very important we keep him, and we've done that. So credit to the club for getting it done, and obviously for Marcus as well. It would have been tricky for him looking at all those offers from other clubs, and obviously found himself wanting to stay at St Kilda and staying with obviously his best mates in Nasai Wanganeen Malira and Mitch Owens, who also penned new deals this year as well. So it's good to keep that nucleus. You don't want to lose that nucleus. You need to keep that and then build around it. If you lose the nucleus and you start building around it, then what really are you building around, So I think it's great news for every St Kilda supporter out there to realize that we have locked down all of our young talent, and now we can build around the edges and fill the gaps that we absolutely need to give them the best chance to go up a level. And if they do, that's what's going to take us to finals at the end of the day. This was not what I was expecting as well. This was during the Collingwood game, Collingwood-Brisbane game on Saturday. Dan Does Footy. Dan Gorringe obviously runs that show with Ollie Gill, and they did a watch-along for the AFL on the weekend, and they had Ross Lyon on, which was great. I didn't expect that. Ross was in very, very good form, very chatty. He was on for a good 40 minutes, so if you want to watch that full segment, go to, I think it's the AFL YouTube channel, under the tab Live, and you'll see the video there of the Dan Does Footy watch-along, and I think it's roughly 2 hours in, 2 hours, 6 minutes, maybe something like that. So check that out. Very funny. It got even better, though, because Tom de Koning rocked up, and Ross was still there. So you end up getting Ross for a little bit, and then you get Tom de Koning rocking up, and you get another 40 minutes of Ross and Tom just sitting next to each other, talking footy and having a laugh. And Ross was in good form. There's an article here of what he talked about with Jack Silvani and getting Jack Silvani to the footy club. And he said, I didn't even have to date Jack. I didn't take him on any dates because you can't date family, right? I think when you look around the league, everyone, well, they're not barring anyone. You can go after the Essendon captain, 6-time BNF winner, like everything's on the table. Bulldogs are going after Wilkie. I'm like, wow, I remember the old days. Contracts used to count. He said, I think it's public that everyone is meeting with Gold Coast midfielder Sam Flanders, so we are one of the clubs meeting with Sam Flanders, so we'd like to get into the fight on that. We've been linked to everyone. Everyone was like Cam McKenzie and this and that, and that's like, wow, I haven't even met these lads. So that was just a little snippet, and obviously just seeing him and Tom, I don't think we've seen them together at any other point up until this point. And the first thing Ross did was throw the footy up to Tom to give him a nice little palm down, a nice little hit out to advantage, if you will, to Ross. So it was a very funny little part of the show. So check it out when you can. And tonight as well is the 2025 Brownlow medal. Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera is our big hope in getting something out of this night. He is predicted to get 25 votes. The winner is predicted as Jordan Dawson on 32 votes. I personally think it's going to be hard to beat Nick Dacos. He is predicted at 31, equal with Bailey Smith. So it's going to be a very tight race. But I think Naz is going to poll really well. Hopefully better than the 25 predicted. Depends on how they go earlier in the season. We know his stretch in the back end is very strong. But just on that point, myself and Woody will be live for the count. So I think the count starts at around 8 o'clock. We're going to try and be live right on that moment, and we will be with you for the whole duration of the Brownlow, just to make it a little interesting, and we can just be on Naz watch and see what happens in those situations, and then we can kind of get angry when, you know, he should get through and he gets two, or vice versa. So it should be a fun night. So tune in on the Saints TV YouTube channel at around 7:50 p.m. tonight. And just on another note, I just want to send my thoughts on behalf of Saints TV to the families of John Kilpatrick and Max Nolan. They both sadly passed away. Both obviously ex-St Kilda players, both passed away at the same age of 86 on the same day, September 14 as well. So sending my love and thoughts to those families at this time. That is Saints TV Weekly. Sainers, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you tonight with Woody for the live, for the Brownlow, and obviously all the content during the week as well. So hopefully you all had a fantastic weekend, a great start to your Monday as well, and I'll see you tonight for the Brownlow Watch Along. Thanks again, take it easy, and as always, go you mighty Sainers. See you guys.